Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Buffalo Sabres hockey as the boys are back in action in Florida. The boys are alive. They are alive. And if they can win this game, my goodness, I think we'd all be celebrating tonight if we win this one. Because, folks, if we win this game in regulation, we kind of hold our own destiny, which I want to see happen. You know, I want to see the Sabres be the team that runs their destiny, not other teams out of town and everything. But if we can win today, it sure helps, huh? It sure helps. All right, let's take a look at the standings. Okay, so the Islanders lost their last game to Carolina 2-1. And there they are. They're 87 points. If you look, we're 81. And the Penguins beat Philadelphia in their game. They're 86. We got 2 games in hand on them. So we don't control our fate there. But the Panthers, we completely control our fate on with them. And the truth is, with the Islanders, yes, we do. Because the Islanders, those 3 games in hand, if we win them, we make the playoffs, they miss. If it was a 78-game season, I'm just saying. Okay, so let's take a look. Just quickly, I'm going to look at, the out-of-town, the only out-of-town game today, Pittsburgh at Jersey. So if the Sabres win and the Penguins happen to lose that game in Jersey, we're in control of our own fate, folks. Which is what I want to see happen. I want to see the Sabres, with half a dozen games left after today, be in control of their own destiny. Would be nice, eh? Yeah. So we'll see. We have to win this game. Now, looks like Tage Thompson is going to play in this game. Rumor has it that Devin Levi will probably get the start. I think he's going to get the start, folks. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to start anybody else. I mean, it's a mathematical thing. You play the young kid that's playing well. And if they went with Anderson, I wouldn't be freaking out. I wouldn't be. Okay, I would not be freaking out. But I think it makes sense to put in Levi against the team that traded him, to give him that added incentive, that added fire going into this game. What more incentive than to knock out the team? Or to help knock out the team. I shouldn't say this because it doesn't knock out Florida if they lose. But let's say knock Florida's chances out the window a little more and be the guy that did it to them for them trading you. You know what I mean? This is kind of a really cool, potentially good hockey story if we could get this game and Levi was the goalie and we won. So, again, I'm not freaking out if they start Anderson in this game either. I just think starting Devin Levi would make the most sense. It's just the way I'm thinking. And it's also the most unknown, right? I mean, we could go into this. Levi could have a flat game as far as we know, but I don't think so, folks. I like the way it feels with this kid in nets. This kid makes me feel good. You know, I'm not going to say when he was on Team Canada yet because I haven't seen enough of a sample, but I would like to see a bit more. And the truth is, I would get him, if he's going to be our number 1 goalie in the future, and I'm sure he's going to be, folks, let's get him into these heated battles. Let's get him into these situations where the season's on the line. Let's put him in it. You know what I mean? Let's put him in. Let him come back to haunt the Panthers in this game. I mean, this would be just an awesome story. But I'm more concerned of winning. I'm not more concerned about Devin Levi. I'm just more concerned of winning. The Sabres got to win this game somehow, some way in regulation. If we can do that, I can't tell you that the majority of the Sabres fans today how they're going to feel in a few hours' time from now. Folks, just picture it, you know. Picture how close we could be if we win this in regulation. I can't stress it enough. And for the fans that gave up, I know a lot of you are coming back now. Stick around. We need you. Damn it. Stick around. We need to get this right to the end, okay? We need to push this right to the last week this season This is something that we deserve as Sabres fans. We deserve to get this to the last damn week of the season before they push us out the door if we're not going to make it this year. Let's give everybody stress. Let's do what we did last year, except this time be part of that discussion of getting in. That's the difference this time around. Let's push this Panthers team to the brink themselves, because I'm sure some of these teams in the back of their mind when the Sabres were slumping were thinking like a lot of Sabres fans where the Sabres are done, and I've learned the hard way, folks, in life. Believe me when it comes to this. Till the math says you're out, you're not out. The Sabres are not out till the math says they're out. Not this year, okay? Not this year. Because, next year, we don't know what's in store for us. We don't know. We don't even know if we're going to be here next year. You guys know the way life is. We don't know. So we have to jump on these chances while we have them in life. We do. We have to enjoy this. We have to welcome this in our homes, this opportunity, and try our best, folks, to get in. And I'll tell you what, if the Sabres ever squeezed into the playoffs, look out, Boston. We got Devin Levi, and we'll be playing playoff hockey just like you've been playing all year also by the time we meet. Not saying we'll beat them, but we sure as hell could pull an upset. And that's a monster of a statement, but we're not there. I would just love a shot at the Bruins. And if the boys pushed it to 6 with the young kids, I'd be good with that. Season done. We're thrilled this summer. We can't wait for the draft. We can't wait for free agency. We got to get Darlene locked in. There'd be all sorts of business to talk about, guys, but we'd have something. The Sabres will have finally thrown a bone to us. Finally. Something to gnaw on that we're saying, you know what? This team is for real. And we can't wait for this team just to get another few years older to see what we got, Because there's no way to know what we really got here, folks. This is the youngest team in hockey. We're the youngest team. And until we fill out the roster properly, because this roster is not filled out yet, but it's good enough that it can make a run and get in. It is good enough. And it would be exciting if it happened, folks. I know that. I can't even imagine what this would mean to this community if the Sabres could bring this right to the last few games of the season, So hang in there is what I'm saying in a nutshell. Hang in there. We've got to hang in there together and keep our fingers crossed that the stars are lining up for us finally, And if they're not, they're not. But then we can look ourselves in the mirror and say, you know what, I never gave up, So I was a game away, you guys know it, and we won. And then things turn again, and you have to look over in that direction and say, well, maybe still, So what we need now, we need to win this game. What happens if we lose? I'm going to go over that scenario as much as it sucks. I want to go over that scenario, okay? Let's say we lose in regulation and the Penguins win in regulation. So Penguins would have 88 points and the Panthers would have 87 points. The Sabres would be stuck at 81 points, okay? So we're talking 88, 87, 87. We have 2 games in hand at 81. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. We have to win. Yeah. Can something still happen to one of the 3? Possibly, yes. But 2 of the 3? You know what I'm saying? No. Sabres have to win this game. This is a Game 7 tonight, folks. This is the kids' first Game 7 they played in their entire lives. This is like an elimination game, and they know it. You know what I think's going to show up today? I think the Buffalo Sabres are going to show up today, guys. That's what I think is going to show up today. I think Devin Levi will show up today. I actually think Casey Middlestat will continue showing up today. But I got a gut feeling about Peyton Krebs for some reason. Okay, it's a weird thing. Tage could just have a monster game all of a sudden if he's feeling good. And he's had some rest. He's had some time to really get into his head and look at his numbers and say, you know what, the 50-goal thing doesn't even come close to mattering like getting in the playoffs would, right, for these fans. So, and I'm sure that's his mentality anyway. You know, he's sounds like he's fresh, so we'll see. I think I just, if you ask me one forward I got a feeling about, for some reason I got this feeling about Peyton Krebs going into this game. I know that his numbers don't say it, but I just do. It's weird. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in this game today, guys. We'll see if Greenway scores again. We'll see if that happens. I'm excited, guys. I'm excited. It's on my mind all the time, this game. So we're just going to kind of go with this, run with it, root them on, and see what we're talking about later on. No shame if we lose, guys. No shame. And I'll be honest, I'm not throwing in the towel if they lose. Not yet. No. No. I need more proof. But this is getting close to... It's almost like that 4-0-1 kind of takes a big step backwards if we lose in regulation today. So I think if we start Devin Levi, I think we'll win. Just how I feel. I think there's too much at stake for him not to win. Now, yes, he lost the gold medal game to the U.S. back when he was a kid, but not because of his goaltending, because the team got 0. We're going to have to roll the dice, folks. Hang in there. I'll see you guys tonight. All right. Go boys. Go boys. You got a faithful bunch behind you that are just, I can't even say the word, waiting for playoff hockey. There could be 20 words before that, and I don't want to say them on air. But my goodness, if we could win this game in regulation, we are right there, right down the stretch. That's all you need to know, really, tonight, guys. Really, even if Pittsburgh win, if the Sabres win today, we're there right down the stretch then, you know. But if we can win and the Penguins lose, it gets like this. And that's only right, okay? The season we had, some of the rough luck we've had with injuries and stuff, that's only right that the Sabres would squeeze back in late in the year, too. So if we win, the Penguins lose, and we win in regulation, and they lose in regulation, the Penguins, and we beat the Panthers in regulation, this is all looking pretty good. I'll leave it there. All right, go boys. I'll see you tonight, folks. Keep the faith.